on social media. We'll get you out of here before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. To our live free sports space for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us is Brian Bitler with us, Rod Zawacky, Kirk Stuart, Jovan Burts, Dana Lane signing in bottom of the hour, Jay Briggs, and we got Kevin Thomas. Here's how they'll line it up for this evening. We got Briggs, Stewart, Burts, Bitler, Thomas, Zawacky, Lane, and then I will close this one out. All right, baseball on the board. We'll mix in some WNBA as well as NBA Summer League here on the show today. Just a reminder, we are going to hit the All-Star break, but we will be on with the drive-thru. As you guys know, we always come in with the NFL, college football season windows as we go to work in college football. During the All-Star break, we're really hitting the Phil Steele and all the publications, doing our research to find out who's what. Of course, giving you some picks here for the upcoming football season. We'll definitely sprinkle in some NBA Summer League and WNBA during the All-Star break. But just a reminder to tune in during the All-Star break. We will have shows. All right, let's get this one underway here. We'll welcome in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bring him in right now. Big series coming up. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's happening, my man? How you doing today?
Doing great. We got some big series coming up here in baseball. One involving your team and another one here that we're covering here on the show today as we take a look at this AL East encounter here. Teams coming in, hobbling into this series. Yankees at the Orioles. Yankees $1.25, total $9.
Like you said, really interesting series between two teams that are coming in hobbling. You know, a month ago, a lot of people would have told you this was the foregone conclusion to be the American League Championship. Now, it could very well still be these two teams, but they're in their current form right now. I don't know. I like the field. I like the field most definitely. But in this game tonight, the Yankees have been reeling. They haven't won a series in over a month. The O's, they're not hitting the baseball the same way they were hitting the baseball earlier this season. I know my guy Garrett Cole, man. His ERA is high at a 6 point, whatever it is. I trust him, though. I trust him. Cy Young winner last year. I pretty much told you guys I trusted him all last season. I'm expecting him to get back into form here quickly. And if he doesn't, then the Yankees are in some real trouble when it comes to full season. Cade Povich, I feel like he is what he is. He's the fourth, fifth option for the O's coming out of the bullpen. While for the Yankees, Garrett Cole is their ace. He's their guy. He needs to get back into form. He needs to be the stopper here for the Yankees. This could be a huge momentum booster for a Yankees team that's been struggling. They need this win, man. Out on the road, I trust Garrett Cole. I think this offense can get to Cade Povich a little bit. We're not paying a huge price because the O's are a lot of the times overrated, overvalued, and overbet. So Yankees at this small money line price I don't think is a bad place to be. Or we know the Yankees, when they win, they usually win dominantly. We should be fine on the run line in this one as well.
All right, there we go. Jay here on the Yankees here at minus 126. We know Giancarlo will be missing this one here. We'll see what happens. They're hoping that he gets back. Maybe they'll wait till after the All-Star break. Showed that he was on the injured list here for 10 games. But yeah, it's been with the hitting here with this Yankees team. They just got to get the bats going, get some clutch hitting, and the bullpen's kind of slid a little bit as well.
Yeah, you know, they weren't going to stay as hot as they were full season. We know that. It's baseball. But in a spot like tonight, Friday night, you know, huge series, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw their guys lock in and get it done like we've seen them do for most of the season. So I trust them, oddly enough. I don't bet the Yankees often, but I think tonight, certainly with Cole on the mound, they're worth the play.
Yeah, Cole, of course, missed much of the opening season. This will be his fifth start, kind of dealing with that elbow issues. Of course, that was early on when guys were hitting the Tommy John surgery. Cole didn't need it, but there was little concerns here, right? Missing only now heading to his just fifth start with that elbow.
Yeah, there was definitely some real cause for concern there for him. I'm surprised he didn't get the surgery and shut down, but he didn't. He didn't need it, like you said. And this is his fifth start, so if he's healthy, then this is me expecting to see the same Cole that we saw last year, if he's healthy. Now, if he's not healthy, then Yankees, y'all shouldn't have him out there in the first place. So I'm expecting that he's healthy. I'm expecting that he's still, in my opinion, a top 5 pitcher in the game right now currently. And I don't think he's being priced like it because of, you know, what the numbers have said for the full season this year in the short sample size that we've seen him. So short price Yankees with Cole, a top 5 pitcher, sign me up.
All right, Jay, I know we got some stuff going on in Vegas with the Summer League. I don't know how much you're going to be tracking this. It does get a lot of attention here because there's a whole lot to bet during this time of the year. People get and it's aired on NBA TV Live as well as ESPN.
Yes, Summer League. I'm definitely tuned in. I haven't bet anything tonight. This is the real Summer League right here. The first we had, a couple of like classics before. This is the Las Vegas one. This is the one when you think Summer League that most people think about. We've got a really good schedule tonight. I want to see just these first couple of days how it plays out, and I'm going to jump in that water here in a couple of days. Probably have Kirk on, and we're going to do something for the Summer League, and maybe ask a couple other guys if they want to do some Summer League content. So we'll have it here for you really, really soon. I just kind of, it's a lot of young guys, guys we haven't seen, or rotations we haven't seen. It's a lot to actually put your eyes on, and I just want to give you guys the best information and content that I can. So got my eyes on it tonight for sure.
Yeah, I always say keep an eye on those teams with those second-year guys on those rosters. A lot of them are trying to get that second year in, trying to get more time. But, we're into Olympic year, and boy, this might be one of the strongest men's basketball rosters I've ever seen. I don't know if you caught the game today. There was a friendly today between Serbia and France.
I did not catch France and Serbia. I'll probably go back and watch it here later tonight. I'm excited for the Olympics. Hey, I don't think this is a hot take. To some, it may be. This is the greatest Olympic team we've ever seen. Short, sweet, simple. Hey, you know what I mean? This team is stacked. Curry and LeBron, same team. This team, they better win gold, and they better cover every point spread that's put in front of them. I think that's how good they are. Like, it shouldn't even be a competition. Basketball is, the main sport where the U.S. flexes its muscles. There's no country that has the full totality of guys that we have. This team is by far and away really good. I think they should go ahead and get this done this year.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to three-point. It's a three-point league right now. I was watching that France-Serbia game today, and boy, when Gobert got in foul trouble, man, Jokic had his way with Wemby. Wemby just wasn't able to guard the paint. I mean, Jokic was just leaning in, getting clear baskets. Gobert's got it. France is a team that really had struggles trying to generate offense, which surprised me. I got Batum. I know Tilikina is not much. He's going to actually, he didn't even get an NBA contract. He's going to play overseas next year, but he's on the French team. Gobert, Batum, Wemby. You got those 4 NBA players out there really struggling to get offense here against Serbia today.
Yeah, I didn't see the game. I don't even know what the final score was. Who won?
I watched it until Serbia had built about a 15-point lead in the second half, and that's when I was getting the show prep. But it looked to me that Serbia was even having their way, and France was really struggling to get offense together. That was a surprise, really poor shooting performance for them. So, again, I think this, when you look at the rosters in the Olympics, I think this might be the strongest Olympics games we're going to see, not just from the U.S. side, but from these foreign teams.
And that's no surprise. The reason why I credit, LeBron for being the greatest basketball player of all time over Michael Jordan, me personally, I'll do this quick, is the era of basketball they were in, man. I think a lot of people don't understand the evolution of the game of basketball and just how much of a better place it is now than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's a totally different game, man. I challenge you to go watch a middle school basketball game today, and I promise you'll be astonished how good those young kids are. And it's just a testament to the game that continues to get better every year. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that this is probably going to be one of the toughest Olympics because the whole world is getting better as technology and access to getting better gets better in the world.
Yeah, 79-67 in this Olympic friendly. It was Serbia. I did watch that third quarter where Serbia outscored France 27-9. They just had their way with them there in that game. Actually, in the second quarter, it was 27-9. Serbia outscoring France there. Gobert getting foul trouble. Serbia team definitely keep an eye on here as we get into the Olympics. They look pretty good out there on the court. Of course, you got Jokic, you got Bogdanovic up there. Had 15. Jokic with 20. Wemby 14. But really, France was just ineffective in scoring the basketball. They just couldn't get things going for Wemby. 34% shooting there for France, 51% on Serbia. Something to keep an eye on as we get into the Olympic Games. I think this Olympic Games, Jay, is going to get a lot of attention with the star power to this year. I think it's going to be a really high-profile basketball event here this year.
Hey, yeah, man. Watch out for Serbia. They're good. They have the second best player on the planet on their team in Nikola Jokic. So, y'all know who's number one. The Don, Luka. Won the ESPY last night. Hey, sorry. But, yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if Serbia was as good as advertised this season. So,
Yep.
I can't wait to watch the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics basketball is going to be fantastic. I'm just watching these friendlies here, and keep an eye there. On the night, Jay, on the Yankees here in this one. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we do have baseball, big baseball card, 15-game card up there. We got action from the W, Summer League as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dog's Premium?
Money Making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I got a good handle of games going on tonight. I have 3 in Major League Baseball and have 1 in the WNBA. So you can scoop up my $19 WNBA play of the day, or you can scoop up my $19 MLB play of the day, or you can hop on something long-term and get everything that I'm offering for the entire weekend, man. It's setting up really well for me here in the dog days of summer, finding value, putting our money in really good places, and living with the results. So if that sounds like what you're trying to do here in the summer, hop on with me, man, as we continue to try to build our bankroll and just, tread water and get ready for the NBA season on the horizon. And NFL, too. Football is right on the horizon.
Football is on the horizon, guys. Got a board with Jay Briggs over at Pick.com. You see great results from Jay for the year. Nearly 1,500 units of profit. He does have a 1-year all sports pass. Go ahead, get on board with that. And we got a lot of seasonal coverage here from the football, basketball. He dabbles a little in NHL, baseball here, a couple ends of it, and get on board. Of course, Jay, you do also have that all access for the big bettors coming up.
I do. It's ran by me and my guy Costi. For the guys that are in there right now, there's really no content in there right now for you guys. But if you want to get in there and join, you can get a really, really great price right now before the NBA season rolls back around. There's no secret. We kicked the crap out of the books during the NBA season, and we're going to look to do it again this season. So you can get a really great price on the all access if you want to hop in right now. The information is in the link of one of my videos descriptions, or just text my guy Costi. I'm not going to get in touch with Costi.
There you go, guys. Get on board with all access. All right, Jay, it's always great having your show. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week, but we always can catch up with your morning shows. Of course, you host the weekend shows, and of course, you got that WNBA series with Chris.
Yes, sir. Y'all can check out the WNBA layup session every day with me and my guy Chris Ruffalo. We just talking some WNBA action. I'm loving doing that with Chris. Just talking some WNBA as we both try to learn the sport of the WNBA and get better. It's my first year really covering it. So I'm just trying to get better there. And then, of course, yes, weekend shows tomorrow, Money Making Saturday. I'll be the host of the show tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. I see Kirk and Jovan already signed up for tomorrow, 2 guys you'll see here in a second. So, should be a great show tomorrow. I'm pretty sure more guys will sign up here shortly. So Money Making Saturday, we're going to go through the entire card and, we're going to have shits and giggles like we always do. So make sure you tune in and we'll have a great show.
That's right, guys. Make sure you check it out. So I can subscribe at 10 a.m. Eastern time on the weekends. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week on the drive-thru.
Tony T, man, I appreciate you, and I'll see you next week. Hey, no games, but, I'll be here.
You'll be here. NFL, college football season, win totals. There'll be some WNBA, NBA, something like. There'll be plenty to talk about. We'll be ready to roll. Maybe get some Olympic futures in there as well. All right, Jay here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue here on the show, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick for tonight. Red Sox and Royals. Royals, the road team here. If you like the Royals, it's minus 120, letter A. Red Sox B, over C, under D. The total in this one, I believe it is 8.5, so we'll get that one corrected. It is the chat pick of the day, so you guys get these picks coming in. And, of course, we'll review it throughout the show, and then, of course, we'll update the winner at the end, but we just want to correct letter C to be over 8.5, not 9.5, so let's get that corrected there. Over 8.5, that will get it right there. Okay. Get these picks coming in. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Kirk Stuart up next. We got NBA Summer League here from Kirk. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also is very busy at Pick Dogs with producing his video series, which we'll talk about a little later in the show. But we'll get him in here right now, ready to roll with Kirk. Kirk, what's happening?
Not much. How are we doing today?
Doing great. All right, we go to the NBA Summer League. Looks like my line service doesn't have the numbers here, but we'll read them off to you here. Rockets and Lakers, 7:30 Eastern. Looks like the Rockets going to be laying 7, total 183.5. Summer League from Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, as Jay said it, this is the real Summer League. This is where the fun really starts, and we get to see all these young players. I'm surprised Zach Edey isn't playing for the Grizzlies today, as I have that game on in the background. Maybe you can see it a little. Keon Ellis is a fun player to watch on that Kings team, but I'm looking at the Rockets versus Lakers game. This Lakers Summer League team is atrocious. I don't know how else to say it. Dalton Knecht has not been good. Bronny's been I don't even know. I don't want to put a word on his performance. It's only been 3 games, but it's it's ugly. I mean, this team is not good. The Rockets have a really, really good summer league team. They have Cam Whitmore, who was last year's MVP. Reed Shepherd, the third overall pick, should make his debut tonight. And they have a couple other guys, but this Lakers team just can't score at all. And with it being the Rockets' first game in the tournament, I think they won't have all their sets and everything perfectly down yet, as a lot of these players are playing together for the first time ever. And Summer League's a lot about defense. You're trying to make that last one or two spots on the team, so they'd rather have a guy that could play defense than a guy that can score. And I just got to go with the under 183.5 here. I think this is just way, way too high of a line.
All right, Kirk going under the total here, under 183.5 here. Summer League between Rockets and Lakers, a primetime game on ESPN tonight. Yeah, we're watching the Lakers Summer League. They played in that early Summer League action there in the Northern California, and as you said, it was pretty ugly, really struggling shooting that basketball.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk about the Lakers, but I am excited to see Reed Shepherd tonight. I actually got to see him at a high school tournament, and he was the best player on that court by so far. He was the only reason his team was in the game, and he's just an incredible athlete. I mean, he's a small guy, but I think he's going to be a really, really good player in this league. So I'm excited to see Reed Shepherd. And Cam Whitmore is probably going to chuck another 30 shots in this game, but he'll probably get 40 points. So Cam Whitmore, he's one of the two favorites to repeat for MVP of the Summer League. And I could see, with his play style, I could definitely see him going for that again.
I know we talked with Jay in the previous segment here about the international product. Now we're going into the Olympic year. We talked about that. I don't know if you caught the Wemby versus Jokic game today on the friendly, but any thoughts here on Olympic basketball with some of these rosters? We're starting to find out who's playing on each team now.
Yeah, I heard what Jay said, and I kind of have to mirror it. I think the U.S. has to win. I mean, they're expected to win every tournament, every time it gets to the Olympics, and this team's incredible. I mean, it's really ring or bust. I mean, same as it was for the Celtics, and we got 3 players on the team now with that Derek White call-up. So I think in terms of other teams, I think Serbia would probably be my number 2 right now in the world. A team that has Jokic, they can win any game, really. So I'm looking at Serbia, maybe U.S. in the final, but France, it's just a matter of if Gobert can stay out of foul trouble when guarding Jokic, and Wemby can't do much against Jokic. We saw that today, and Jokic is, in my opinion, the best player in the world. Yeah,
there was just no doubt about that. France just having trouble generating offense. Tilakina, really not much. He actually worked his way out of the league now. He had to sign in Europe. He was injured all the time anyway. I'm surprised he's healthy now. Come to think of it, but of course it was a contract year. Now he's playing. So of course Kirk is our guy on Soccer is on the Gorn. But we've covered the games here. We're going to get to the final here. Spain and England. This is a monster game here, as you know. In the 3-way line, 90-minute line, we're seeing here Spain plus 150, the draw, 90-minute draw plus 185, England plus 240 in the 90-minute.
Yeah, I mean, I got to keep this one simple. Spain's been the best team in the tournament. I think they're the best team in the world right now. England has looked better, honestly, after the 80th minute when they started making some subs, either bringing in Ollie Watkins, Eze, Ivan Toney, all those guys, and they really gave him a spark. I don't know why Southgate hasn't changed the lineup once, except for when he had to because of suspensions. Spain's the best team in the world. I'm looking at Spain over 1.5 goals at plus 160. I'm looking at both teams to score no. I just think this Spanish team they're just so good right now. I'd take them on the 60 or 90-minute money line. I'd even take them minus 1.5 at plus 430. I think this could easily be headed for a 2-0 victory for Spain. I mean, England, really, they haven't come out in any game in this tournament, really, and scored early, except for one where they got a penalty. So Spain's done a lot of damage in the first half. I think as England tries to counter more and more when they chase the game, I think Spain grabs another. So one of my favorite plays in this one is Spain minus 1.5.
There you go. We go to the Copa America final, Argentina-Colombia here on Sunday. On the 3-way line, Argentina plus 115, the draw plus 195, Colombia plus 320.
Yeah, this one should be really, really fun. I mean, we saw Colombia versus Uruguay, and sad scenes what happened after the game. You never like to see that, but I mean that was crazy. Darwin Nunez tried to throw a chair at a fan, and a guard stopped him. But that's a whole different story. Colombia, I think, are top 3 team in the world right now. They've gone 28 games unbeaten. They face Leo Messi in his home state or hometown of Miami now, so this is kind of a home game for Messi, and Colombia's just been so good lately, and Argentina, they find ways to score, and they haven't conceded much, but this Colombia team is not going to go down without a fight. I think both teams score in this one. I'm going with both teams to score at even money or plus 130 as my play in this one.
All right, any thoughts on that third place game? They're playing a third place game in the Copa Canada and Uruguay tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tough to say because I don't know who's going to be suspended from Uruguay yet from all the antics that happened after, but I assume it's definitely a bigger game for Canada. I mean, Uruguay's won the Copa 15 times, and Canada coming in third in the Copa would be a huge success right before the World Cup is held in North America. So I would probably lean towards Canada plus 1.5. It's not great value. It's like minus 180, but I don't really love anything in this game, as you never know what's going to happen in a third place game before you see the lineups.
There you go from Kirk here. Action here on as we complete the tournament action in soccer here at Copa on Sunday and Sunday here for Euro. All right, Kirk tonight for the show pick. Rockets Lakers under 183. NBA Summer League 7:30 tonight. ESPN will have it. All right, Kirk, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for tonight's action. A lot of baseball on the board tonight. We got action as well from the W as well as NBA Summer League. Great results the last 7 days. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, I've started really to catch fire again at the beginning of July and had a really, really good stretch, 9-4 in my last 13 picks overall, and then 11-7 in my last 18 MLB. So I have a 3-pack up for sale right now in the MLB. Hop on a 3-day to make sure you get all the Copa and Euro finals predictions. So 3 days probably the best value heading into another big weekend. And yeah, let's just keep winning.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Kirk Stuart over at Pick Dogs. Two great results from Kirk. No better time. You guys like that 3-day pass here on the weekend. A lot of action here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Full of baseball cards. Summer League in there as well. WNBA. Europe, soccer as well from the Europe Soccer Copa. Euros. MLS. You name it there. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. Right, Kirk? As always, great having your show. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week. But we can always catch up with you here with your video series. You cover the soccer for us as well as you get involved with MLB totals. And we catch you as well on the weekend shows.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be on the weekend show. I think both weekend days this week. So I'll be on that. But you can also catch my daily show in the MLB over unders, where I give you 2 to 3 over unders every day and tell you whether you should go over or under the line. And I've kept it to 2 lately just because I know a lot of you guys like parlaying those, so it's easier to hit a 2 than a 3-legger. So we swept yesterday. We hit a parlay at plus 249 odds. So looking to do the same today. Those games are starting soon, so make sure to check that out. And videos for Copa, third place game final, and Euro final will also be up on the site with Goron.
There you go, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Kirk drops those videos, you get them right away. All right, Kirk, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Sounds good. Thank you. Have a good one.
As well, Kirk Stuart here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. My chat pick of the day today is Royals and Red Sox. Get those picks in right now. So far, 3 on the Royals, 1 on the Red Sox. A for the Royals, B Red Sox, C over, D under. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Jovan Burts up next. Catch him over at Pick Doctrine. Bring Jovan in right now. Ready to roll here with some baseball coverage tonight. So we'll get him in here. One of the bigger series here up on the board. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
It's going great. All right, here we go. Tonight, our big series out in the West here as these teams trying to battle here in the NL West division races here. Rangers and Astros. The Astros $1.39, total of 8.
Yeah, and I'm on the Astros now. You know, since the Texas Rangers won the championship, you could call this a rivalry now. You know, and both teams are going to want to win this series. But I think in this one, first game of the series, I think the Astros continue their winning ways. You know, the thing about it is, you know, Andrew Heaney has actually been pitching good. You know, 12 straight starts where he's given up 3 runs or less. You got to commend him for that. But I think that if there's one team that could get to him, it's gonna be the Houston Astros. They've been on a tear ever since the middle of May. On a real good win. Just at on early May they were, what were they, 12 games below 500, and now look where they are. You know what I'm saying? And back then I was on record saying that they would be in this spot as they are right now. And Hunter Brown on the other side, he had a bad start, but prior to that, he was lights out. His five previous outings before that, he had a .29 ERA. So I'm expecting that last start to be a one-off and him to get back to his dominant ways, as of late. And going into the All-Star break, I'm expecting this to be a hell of a series, but one that Houston takes at home, where they've been dominant. What they are against lefties. They're perennial lefty killers. So I expect for them to take this one tonight.
All right, we got Jovan here on the Astros here, -148. Altuve will play. I know he's been playing here for the most part. Last week got hit by a pitch. He missed some games, but he's going to be in there. Yeah, this is a big series. Astros, as you said, yeah, they have really put some pressure on Seattle. They're now Astros now 49-44. There are one game behind in the loss column behind Seattle. Seattle has they have some games in hand against the Mariners, so they're really putting pressure on that Mariners team. That is, they got healthy against the Angels, but they've had struggles hitting the baseball.
Yeah, I mean, they rely on their pitching, and in the dog days of summer, pitching doesn't really hold up like that a lot of times. But be fair to Seattle, they have been holding up. But you're definitely right. The Astros have been putting pressure on the Mariners, but the Mariners, recently they took two, in San Diego, put up 8 runs in one of those games, 2 shutout performances, back to back, on the 3-game winning streak. So they've actually responded. Let's see what happens by the end of this weekend, going into the All-Star break. Who's actually in first place?
That's right. It's a big series here. Rangers are the team that needs to make up ground. Astros here, the favorite, -140 tonight, 8 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, a lot of baseball on the board tonight. 15-game card. Got some action as well from the W. You can see Jovan enjoying pretty good past 30 days. What do you have going over at Pick.com Premium?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack in the MLB. This week MLB's been kind of rough, but we're gonna end this one off on a weekend flurry going into the All-Star break. Got 3 plays that I believe is gonna be hitters, and then we can carry it on to this weekend, where we'll finish off the first half of the MLB season strong. I don't have any WNBA action. I'll probably have something over the weekend. But yeah, check me out 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly, more long-term. Oh, and I'm going to say this. You're going to want to jump on board my football package, whether that's the combination package, NFL, college football, or NFL package. Word to the wise, you're going to want to jump on board this year. It's going to be a hell of a ride. So with all that being said, Massimo, one of the other handicappers for the 2-4 Capital Promotional. You already know what it is going into the fall on this side. Can't go wrong here. Sports Chat plays the Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it, guys. Got a Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. See great results from Jovan. No better time to get on board with those long-term passes. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout saves you 15% off. Right, Jovan, as always, great having you show. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week, but we can catch you, of course, on the weekend shows, and of course, you do provide us with a video series as well on Pick Dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. The video series popping off. Got another one going up tonight, so check that out. And per usual, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I'm there like clockwork, giving out free picks. So then I'm back here on Monday to give you a season total or something for whether it's the NFL or college football. Because it's that time of year. It got a little bit of break. So yeah, looking forward to it. Doing my first little bit of digging for college football, and I'll say this: for me, I'm always looking at something with college football anyway. So it's just digging into the certain particulars that I've missed. But I've watched spring games. I've watched certain commentary that I find very useful throughout the season. So I'm already up on certain things, when it comes to college football. As for the NFL is a 12-month, 365-day a year business. So you have no choice but to stay connected on the NFL. So with that said, looking for a real strong season per usual.
Per usual, guys. So make sure you tune in on the next week as we get into football season, win totals, and more during the All-Star break. And of course, make sure you get those videos from Jovan by liking and subscribing. Jovan, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you on the drive-thru on Monday.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Win, and see you on Monday.
We'll see you on Monday. Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick of the day tonight. It is the Royals and Red Sox. There's your choices there. A for the Royals, B Red Sox, C over, D under. Chat pick of the day. Keep these picks coming. We'll gather them up and we'll give you the updates throughout the show. 3-1 right now in favor of the Royals. All right, up next is Brian Bitler. We got some WNBA action here from Brian. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. Brian, what's going on?
Oh, great to be with you on a Friday night. Not great weather here in the East Coast, but you know what? Perfect for sitting back and watching a little bit of Major League Baseball, WNBA, and making some money with everybody.
Yeah, there's some question marks whether or not the Phillies, 80% chance of rain in Philadelphia, 76% chance of rain in Baltimore. We'll keep an eye on the weather in those games. So far, they seem to start. We don't have any notifications of any delayed start in these games.
I'd be shocked. I was looking at the weather earlier. I would expect the Philadelphia and Baltimore games to be rained out, but who knows? I have a good idea for your chat pick of the day. You should put Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Have the viewers choose who they think the greatest NBA player is all time. I don't know how you can't choose Michael Jordan, but Jay's not old enough to remember the Air Jordan days. I'll have to talk to him a little bit later.
Oh yeah, and then of course there's another generation that didn't see either of them, and they're going to say LeBron. So, but I will give LeBron on the stat sheet. On the stat sheet, it's LeBron by a mile because of what he's done.
Yeah, but you can't go by stats though because he started when he was 18. Right out of high school. So I don't know. To me, it's Michael Jordan. You got Will Chamberlain, a bunch of other guys on there, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't know. I'm not really a LeBron guy, but I guess that's an argument for another day. We're here to talk WNBA and Major League Baseball.
We certainly are here tonight, and of course we're going to look at this Aces team on the road to face the Dream. The Aces laying a bundle now, 14.5. The total 169.5.
Yeah, for my Friday night drive-thru plan, I'm looking at those Las Vegas Aces at the Atlanta Dream here. Dreams are a big-time public dog, in my opinion, a big-time public home dog, getting this many points. Las Vegas, to me, is far and away the best team in the WNBA. They just had a very slow start to the season. But since that slow start, they've covered 7 of the last 9 games. Also a revenge spot here for Las Vegas, who lost this team back on May 31st, 78-74. Atlanta has been going down the toilet, losers of 5 straight games. I think the Dream, definitely no dream team. I see them getting beat by 29. Atlanta, though, has covered 4 of the last 6 games. But I think those covers are going to get some more attention from bettors here on Atlanta being at home. I'm going to lay the points with Las Vegas. I think they take this game by 20.
All right, we got Brian here going to take Las Vegas. It shows 13.5 here, but the truth is that no. And the thing is there is a 13.5 in one book, which is one of the most popular books in the U.S. So do your line shopping. There is a 13.5 out there. So I know we're seeing 14.5 in many books right now, but if you shop, you can find that 13.5 in a book right now. So, but this Aces team. What can you say about a team that really can shoot the basketball? We have 40% there. They make their threes. The issue here. The issue here with this Atlanta offense has been, we say about their offense, they're shooting just 39% from the field this year.
Yeah, and if you're going to win WNBA games, you definitely got to shoot better than 39%. And the thing that worries me about Las Vegas is every once in a while you see them with a dud effort like they had against the LA Sparks, the team that they were favored by big time, and they couldn't even get the W in that one. But then you saw them rebound against the Dallas Wings and the Seattle Storm. So I think they're on track here to definitely can't afford to lose games like that to teams like the Atlanta Dream. I know that doesn't always constitute that double-digit win, but I just think Atlanta might be the worst team in the WNBA.
You know, a lot of the books now are at 13.5. Vegas books hold 14.5. The FanDuel, DraftKings are at 13.5. If you go to your bookie on the corner, use the paperhead shops, they're at 13.5. So that corner bookie you can find 13.5 from, Brian.
Definitely want to get the best number possible. Worries me a little bit if we start seeing that number dip right before game time, but that could mean a lot of action coming in late on the Atlanta Dream. If you can get in at 13.5, definitely would be a good thing rather than having to win by 15.
Well, the sharp books aren't at 13.5. The sharp books are at 14.5,
Okay.
so you can rest easy there.
I'm going to have to take a look at Pinnacle when I get off here, see what they're at. What Pinna's at.
14.5. This is the Pinnacle line
All
right
right,
here.
that's
I always
good.
put the Pinnacle.
All right, well, then we're perfect then.
Yeah, you're in the right spot.
All right.
All right, Brian, you can find the 13.5 here tonight.
Trying to stress me out here.
No. You're good. Tonight here, this one Ion covers WNBA on Friday nights. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for nice action. WNBA with a 3-game card. We got action as well from Major League Baseball. Great results in 2024. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I'll start off the month of July in a slump here, but ready. The second half of months have been fire for me, and that's what we're getting into. Tonight, my best bet is in Major League Baseball. I got my Titanium play, 129, 96, and 1. That's a 58% hit rate, last 225. Also have a WNBA play tonight, 24 and 17, 59% on the season, and also a CFL play. You can get all three of my premium plays tonight in my Square Dance and 3-pack, $50 at pickdogs.com. Or pair me up with one of the all-star handicappers like Kevin Thomas, who's on deck next. Definitely now's the time to get in on those long-term passes with football on the horizon.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Long-term pass, the way to go. The way Brian's running, you may consider that one-year all-sports pass. We've got a lot of football, a lot of basketball, hockey's in there as well. Baseball, end of baseball, started baseball next season. And when you use that promo code PICK at checkout, you save nearly $300 on a one-year all-sports pass. So no better time now to get on board with Brian. All right, Brian, it's always great having you show. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you next week. We can also catch up with you on the video series. You got the Contrarian Sharp plays, and you also appear on the weekends.
Yep, just about to record my sharp betting contrarian predictions for the Pick Dogs YouTube channel every single day, so make sure you check that out. Also hanging out on the weekends. Most of the time it's on a Sunday, arguing the games with all my buddies at Pick Dogs, and then I'll be back with you on Monday looking at those Temple Owls and the future wins. I was taking a glimpse at them. They open up with the Oklahoma Sooners on the road. So that's going to be a tough affair. I assume they're probably getting 45 or something like that in that one. But we'll have to dig into that this weekend and see if we can come up with the Temple Owls getting a couple of W's, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, a couple be tough there. We got our season win totals here as the All-Star break. Time to get out those preseason publications, start going to work on college football and NFL. All right, Brian, have yourself a great weekend. We'll catch you back on Monday.
Thanks for having me, Tony. I'll catch you on Monday.
Yeah, Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here. Guys, remember the chat pick of the day tonight will be the Royals and Red Sox, so get your picks in. We'll calculate them throughout the show. Right now we're showing a little edge here on the Royals. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Kevin Thomas up next. Catch him over at Pick Dog Prim. Kevin, we're going to get some more WNBA on this 3-game card. Bring in Kevin Thomas. You know where to find him over at Pick Dodge Premium. We're putting up really good numbers. We'll get him here in just a second. Also, Kevin produces a video series as well here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel, which he'll let you know about later in the segment. So we'll get in Kevin right now. I think we're since we're all. Kevin, what's happening?
Hey, not much, Tony. How's the weather out there?
Warm. It's not in the triples, but we're in the 90s. It's manageable. it's July, so we'll deal with it. Yeah.
It's gonna hit hard here. I don't know if that Phillies game will get played throughout. It'll get delayed and then I think postponed. It's gonna hit hard. It's getting dark quick.
All right, we'll see how that rolls. I know that Yankee game. I know the Yankees don't like their starters having to sit and then start again. So we'll see that. I have a feeling that one might get delayed, but we'll see. No official indication yet, but bad weather there for the Orioles game against the Yankees and that Philly game tonight. We go to the WNBA on Ion tonight. The late game, Lynx at the Storm. Storm 6.5, total 154.
Yeah, this line jumped up to 6.5. I actually liked it even when it was, I think, 5 when I first saw it, and that was at about 1 in the morning when I started looking. I know the big question mark is Nafizir Collier. Is she going to play or not? She's their leading scorer, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Game time decision. I doubt she's going to play, seeing this line move to 6.5. And I really don't care if she plays or not. Minnesota number 1 in the West, 16-6. They always feel like they're playing with a chip on their shoulder, like they have something to prove. They got snubbed. I think they were picked to finish 9th this season. So this team, and a lot of people don't realize, they went out and got Courtney Williams. She was with the Suns. She was with the Sky. And what do those teams have? Great defenses. The Lynx have one of the best defenses in the league. That's why they're winning. Their previous 2 games without her, I know it wasn't against the best competition, but they held both teams to 67 points. The Sparks and I think Washington. But beside that, they're playing the Storm. The Storm sit 3rd in the West, so they're chasing the Lynx. I just think it's a lot of points here. The Storm haven't played, they're 3-2 their last 5, but they split with the Sky and they beat the Dallas Wings twice. I mean, that's not the best of competition. Those are a lot of injured teams or young teams. The only player missing from the Lynx is Collier. Other than that, they got McBride, who's scoring a ton of points, and they play as a team. You look back at all their games, it's all about assists. They're beating all the teams with assists. Like Williams, I think she averages almost 2 steals a game. I just think the Storm, they have 3 top players in Lloyd, McBrager, and then Neke Agwanki. And they're the 2 leading rebounders, and their coach called them out, the whole team, saying it can't be Izzy and Neke being the rebounders. Everyone has to play as a team. So I just still think there's something missing there. And I think the Lynx defense keeps this one close enough that 6.5 will cover for us.
All right, Kevin, here on the cover. Collier is doubtful. She's missed the last 2 games, but they've won both of them pretty much by margin there. And one thing to note here, season history, Lynx have won 6-7 against the Storm.
Oh, yeah. It's a different Storm team. I get it. I mean, they won earlier, but like I said, Collier went off in those games. But the other thing is what Lloyd can do, but it's also Diggin Smith. I'm pretty sure Williams was on her and held her to 7 points. Now, she's more the assist and the general out there. But with Williams on her, it keeps the score. I would look at this under, too. I think, 150-something I saw earlier.
154.
I actually, that's a low total, and I kind of like the under here because I don't see the Lynx scoring a ton of points, but I don't see the Storm scoring a ton either. And when scores are low, that usually covers the spread. So I like my chances here, and I actually took it earlier. I said I got it 5 points. It's not a premium pick, but I did sprinkle a little bit on it because I've been doing pretty good with the WNBA.
All right, there we go. I'm Kevin on the Lynx here, plus the 6.5 tonight here, 10 Eastern time. All right, Kevin, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we got WNBA. We got 15-game card for Major League Baseball. Great results of 2024. What do you have going over at Pick.com Premium?
Well, I made sure my MLB pick was a West Coast game, so you can still get on that. And I got 2 WNBA picks up as well. Make sure you're following the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. I always start off by telling you no one does it bigger and better. I don't lie. No one does it bigger or better. There's tons of content. Make sure to go over there. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to leave us all a thumbs up. Leave comments. They're read daily. You can't go wrong. But like I said, I got 3 picks, 2 basketball, MLB, but look at the 3-day, 7-day. I know we got the All-Star break coming up. We still got a little bit WNBA. So get on board.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Kevin Thomas over at Pick.com Premium. So great results from Kevin here. No better time now to get on board with those long-term passes. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off, right, Kevin? As always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thank you very much, Tony. You do the same.
As well, Kevin Thomas here on the drive to. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Remember that chat pick of the day. Keep these picks coming in. A for the Royals, B for the Red Sox, our chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive to. Ron Zawacky up next. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bring Ron in right now with action here from Major League Baseball. I think we're set to roll here with Ron. I think we're set to go. Ron, what's happening?
No, not too much, Tony. Just getting ready for tonight's action. Feeling
Yeah.
good, feeling excited. Can't wait for the weekend of sports we got.
Lots happening
make some
this
money.
weekend, and we'll take a look at this one: Pirates and White Sox, the post-Skeens, post-Skeens game. Everyone, all right. So the White Sox, look at this. White Sox favored now $1.60, the total of 8.
Yeah, and you look at this one. White Sox favored by $1.60 in this one, and I don't know about laying $1.60 with a White Sox team that's only 6-25 in Game 1 of a series. Ooh. So you look at you're looking at Derek Crochet getting the start for the White Sox in this one, and he's 4-4 at home this season with a 2.378 ERA and a .92 WHIP. He's one of those pitchers that gets solid work and solid outings every time he's up. Hasn't given up more than 3 earned runs in his last 5 starts. Problem is he just doesn't get enough run support. The White Sox don't score enough for him, and they lose games 4-3, 5-4, 3-0, 4-1. It happens. This is he's pitching his heart out and just not getting any support from his team. On the other side, we're getting Marco Gonzalez getting the start again for the Pirates in this one. And he's only had a few starts this season. Definitely been dealing with some injuries as well. But I like Marco Gonzalez here in this spot. I think he'll have a good outing here against the White Sox team that hasn't fared so well against left-handed hitting. You look over the last 10 games, and they're hitting about 220. Well, the Pirates hitting 226 versus left-handed hitting. But overall hitting over the last 10 games, you got to give it to the Pirates. Their offense has definitely been rolling almost a run better than what the White Sox have been doing. And then when it comes to the bullpen late, well, Pirates bullpen's been better. 3.32 over the last 10 games has been the Pirates bullpen, while the White Sox bullpen sporting an over 5 ERA over the last 10 games. So with this plus price, I'm going to take a shot here with the Pirates to open up a nice Game 1 win. Post-Skeens game, give me the Pirates here in this one.
Yeah, that's plus 148 now, so big value there on the Pirates, no doubt. Who wants to lay 160 on the White Sox? I know Crochet's on the mound, but he's got a 6-6 record, which tells you that he's not. They're not going to hit. Sometimes they won't hit behind him. You got the bullpen to deal with. There's a lot of variables going into these in these games. When you're handicapping these games, it's not all about the starting pitcher.
No, it's not always about the starting pitcher. Crochet, like I said, he can go 5 solid innings for you, but you still got 4 more innings to get through, and then that deals with the bullpen and all sorts of other issues going on with the White Sox. Lack of offense when he pitches sometimes. Sometimes when he's pitching, they give him nice run support, and then at times it's dry, nothing. He pitches well, and they just don't give enough runs for behind him to get the win, and he loses it late, so... God, what a game where you look at this should be almost a coin flip. I get it. It's Marco Gonzalez on the mound, and he's had his issues, but even if he goes 4 or 5, the Pirates bullpen, as I said, has been better. Also, the White Sox 0-10 at home versus the NL Central in their last 10.
Hey, I know Marco, it's a smaller sample, but his ERA is lower than Crochet.
It is. Over that little smaller sample size, he hasn't pitched as much this season as Crochet, but still, yeah, he does have a lower. And the White Sox haven't been hitting lefties as strong as they have been in recent times.
All right, Rod here on the Pirates at that big plus price tonight. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at. We're going to get the bonus in a little bit, getting to the top of the hour. Rod, what do you have going over at Pick.com? A lot of baseball up there and action from the CFL in there as well.
Yeah, loaded card today. I've got my 10-star play of the day always going. You can scoop it up singly, $19. Also have a WNBA triple. Also got my Feel Good Friday, and that gives you a play in the WNBA and my 2 MLB bets as well. So definitely jump aboard. Actually, you'll get my triple in the WNBA plus 2 MLB bets in that Feel Good Friday. CFL play is a standalone bonus.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. For long-term subscribers. So definitely jump aboard. Grab that 3-day pass, and I'll have Mondays thrown in there. That way you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and my Mondays action as well included with that 3-day pass. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Hey, use the that 2-for-1 capper promotion as well. Can't go wrong with that as well over at Pink Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. Go over to Zawacky over at Pink Dog Premium. 3-day pass sounds really good. All right, Rod, any bonus for the folks out there? I know we got action from W tonight, a CFL game up there, or a player prop. What do you got?
And for me, my bonus, I like Nolan Arenado to get a home run in the Cardinals game here tonight. He's hit 3 off the starting pitcher going in that game there tonight, and I think he gets one. And a nice plus 700, worth a little sprinkle. Nolan Arenado gets a home run.
There you go. The bonus there from Rod. All right, Rod, it's always great having you show. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week, but we can always catch up with you on the weekend shows.
Yeah, this weekend I will not be able to make
Nope.
it this weekend, prior
Right.
engagements. So you will catch me on Monday on the drive-through as always. Have yourself a wonderful. Normally I'm on the weekend show, but it's the wife's birthday weekend, so I got to do something with her. Otherwise, I'll be sleeping in the doghouse. So definitely you got to do something with the wife for the weekend. So
Absolutely.
have yourself a wonderful weekend, everybody. Crush them books. Catch you guys on Monday.
Catch you on Monday. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Chat pick of the day tonight is the Royals and the Red Sox. If you like the Royals, it's A, B for the Red Sox, C for the over, D for the under. Chat pick of the day 3-1 right now on the Royals side. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. We'll bring in a second. We're going to bring in Dana Lane, but my game's going to start in about a few minutes. Let me just tell you who I like tonight. Marlins Reds under 9.5 will be my pick tonight from me. All right, let's bring in Dana Lane. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll get him here in just a second, having a great year up on the boards. So we'll bring him in right now with action here from Major League Baseball, one of the later games tonight. Let's get him here. A second here. Dana Lane. Dana, what's happening?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. All right, we're going to get you to your game here. We're going to hit the witching hour, so we'll go ahead and let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. As we know, Dana had a great football year last year in NFL and college football. So tonight, a lot of baseball, some action from the W. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, still 2 games up in Major League Baseball, and you can get those individually, of course, and then all 3 games up in the WNBA, whether it's side or total. You can get those in a 3-pack for just $49.99. And, of course, those come with the Pick Dogs win guarantee. And, of course, all those all-access passes that give you every play that I release over the next 30 days, 90 days, annual pass, those are all up there. And I would encourage, as you know, Tony, and as you stated, this is football season right now. I mean, we are a matter of weeks away from the NFL preseason from starting, and I am so excited beyond belief.
That's right, guys. You see Dana's performance in over 4,000 units of private document in both NFL and college football combined last year. So no better time now to get on board with Dana's 1-year all sports pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. That's nearly $300 off that 1-year all sports pass. All right, Dana, let's get to it here. We're going late night action tonight. Twins at Giants. We see the Twins $1.45 on the road, total of 8.
Yeah, I think you might look at the schedule and look at this matchup and kind of say, Twins Giants, who cares? Let's get to the All-Star break. But this is a real important series for both teams. And, of course, Minnesota's been able to shave a game and a half off the lead in the American League Central from Cleveland. And the Giants are in kind of that no man's land right now. And I think right up until the trade deadline, and they probably are saying, wow, this is not the time that we wish the All-Star break would come up. But right up until the deadline, we don't know if they're going to be buyers or sellers. And this is going to be one of those series that is really going to tell them or tell the fans which way they're going to go. I think there's a lot of disappointment there after spending $200 million on their payroll and having quite a bit of not only between injuries, but also just guys not producing. I think they're leaning on being a seller. So this is a very interesting matchup. Joe Ryan gets the ball for the Twins, 6-5 this year, 3.29 ERA against Kyle Harrison, 4-4, 4.24. The bettors love Minnesota, that's for sure. This number has spiked since 8 o'clock this morning and really hasn't stopped. We've seen quite a few steam moves in the way of Minnesota, but I guess we do get to see tonight, Tony, if baby powder really does work. And as far as Joe Ryan is concerned, he's been pretty good lately. A real good effort against the Houston Astros in that 9-3 Twins win, and has a quality start going on. I don't know, probably in all 18 of his starts, and that's not measured the way baseball starts. And I kind of look at if you gave up less than 3 earned runs, and if you're right on that 3, did you give up less hits than innings pitched? So he's pitched really well in every single one of his outings this year. In fact, since June 7th, he's got a 3.13 ERA. He's only allowed 28 hits and 37 and a third innings. So I think we're good as far as the total from that side is concerned. And then from Kyle Harrison, I don't know. He really needs to bounce back. I know if you look at his numbers, they're not spectacular, but let's keep in mind he was pitching against the Guardians, who, by the way, are the =1 money-making team against the money line this year. And I just think he is a guy that really is going to be – he's going to be one of the guys that the Giants are going to lean on and say, well, look, we needed him before the All-Star break. It was a lot, lost to Minnesota if they do lose this series. And I think he's a real key component of this Giants pitching staff that just has not held up the way that they had hoped this year. And his recent form is kind of lousy. But we're looking at Joe Ryan pitched in 3 straight overs. Games have averaged 9.67 runs. They've scored at least 5 runs in each one of those games. 3 of Kyle Harrison's last 5 starts have cashed overs. Those totals have averaged 10.2 runs per game. But yet we're looking at a total of 8. And we were looking at a total of 7.5 for a long time. And that, to me, gives me those funny feelings. So we're going to go under what is now 8 minus 15.
Yeah, under 8, do your line shopping, get the best numbers here, as these numbers obviously will move here. You can find 8s in many books right now, so you can grade Dana here on the 8 on this one. Yeah, I'm always nervous with these hot-hitting teams, especially from the American League when they go out to San Francisco, or even National League teams when they go to Oakland. It just seems the environment's a lot different for them, hitting-wise.
Well, in fact, Tony, on our daily video series that I did last night, I mean, we kind of broke down totals between teams that are familiar with each other and teams that are not. And clearly, when you're talking about teams that face each other on a consistent basis, the over has been the play. But when we're talking about interleague games where teams do not, specifically hitters don't see pitchers consistently enough, that's when the under starts to take hold. I was surprised to see a 7.5 on this. I thought it was going to go 8, and then it might even get bet up to 8.5, but instead it went 7.5 to 8. But this is a massive series for the Giants, and really a big one for Minnesota too, because we know that other than the Yankees and Cleveland and Baltimore, they have been fantastic against everybody else.
That's right. They've been the team that they have pounded the bad teams. These teams with the poor winning percentages, that's what they've done. So Dana here on the Twins Giants under 7.5. This one tonight, late night, 10:15 Eastern time. All right, we covered what's going on over at Pick Dog Premium. Dana, let everybody know about your video series here on the Pick Dog YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm going to go right from this to that. Every day we kind of go through the opening lines, try to pick through. We're trying to go against the public, try to give you the best of the number, but sometimes we agree with the public, especially when I'm dealing with money line games. But when football season starts and basketball and all those point spread seasons start up, it will definitely be more against the public for sure. But I enjoy doing those series, and we'll have them up. Have it up here in a couple hours so you can jump on that. And plus, there's always a handicapping tip at the end, which seems to be a big hit. So get involved in that. Hit the like button, and thanks for watching.
That's right, guys. Like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Dana drops the videos, you get them right away. All right, Dana, have yourself a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Tony, I am off to Orlando because I like to mix my humidity with extreme heat.
All right, there you go. Have a great time in Orlando. Dana Lane here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue here on the show, guys. Chat pick of the day. Going to wrap it up in a little bit here. It is the Red Sox and the Royals, 4-2 in favor of the Red Sox. Keep these picks coming. We do have one for the over, one for the under coming in right now. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's get to the recap. You know who I like, so let's get to the recap, and we'll wrap up the show here for the weekend. Let's bring it in right now here. Let's get to the recap. All right, we have Jay on the Yankees, $1.26. Rockets, Lakers under 183 in NBA Summer League action. Jovan on the Astros, -148. Brian on the Aces, laying the 13.5. Kevin, Lynx, +6.5. Ron on the Pirates, +148. Dana on the Minnesota San Francisco, going under 7.5. I'll be on the Marlins Reds under 9.5. Do your line shopping, get the best number. The one I like the most, I like Rod's pick there on the Pirates. He made a good case here for the Pirates in that one. I like that play there from Rod Zawacky. So far, looking at my line service, I don't see any delays here. Looks like these games will go off tonight. New York and Baltimore have gone off already. Philadelphia and Oakland have started, so there doesn't seem to be any delays right now in the weather. Just take note, tomorrow the Cubs and Cardinals will play a doubleheader, a makeup from an earlier rainout. There'll be a 16-game card tomorrow. Cubs-Cardinals will be playing a doubleheader on Saturday to make up a game that was postponed around the springtime. All right, guys, let's put a close here on Chat Pick of the Day. Today's Chat Pick of the Day will be on, let's see here. It will be on the Royals. So Royals will be the chat pick of the day tonight on the show. All right, now it's time to go ahead and put in your show picks, and we'll read them off here to everybody here before we close it out. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive. So be sure to tune back on Monday. We'll be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. We'll get our plays for in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show during the weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Jay, hosting a lot of the folks you see here on the Drive who will chime in with their picks, so make sure you tune in. Also, the video series submits 7 picks in 5 minutes. His Betting Tools show, his first 5 roundtable discussions with professionals. Jay and Chris with their WNBA video series. Kirk coming in with his soccer with Goran, as well as his MLB totals. Dana Lane against the public betting. Brian Bitler with the sharp contrarian plays from Brian. You want to check those out. Kevin with his video series here as well. We also have video series from Ron Romanelli with his breakdown for Major League Baseball. Nerfies from our man Brad on the shorts, as well as parlays from Jovan. You want to get his parlay videos. Wayne Scott with his boxing videos, and a lot more, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Lots of content here. You'll get, and make sure you get notified by setting notifications. All right, let's go ahead and read off the show picks for today. We've got Ramon going to side with me here with the Marlins Reds under. Blake likes the Twins run line, lay the 1.5. Rich 87 likes the Angels tonight for what it's worth. Let's see what else we have with your show picks. Detroit money line from Charles Dittens. Detroit off to a 2-0 lead already on the Dodgers. This was put in way before the start of the game. He likes Tarek Skubal to win Cy Young as well. Charles Ditton Jr. with his play. Let's see what we've got here. Dodger game over. Victor Jimenez. And let's see. Rangers run line here with JF. Last call for your show picks. All right, that's going to do it. We got everything in there for you guys. That's going to do it for the show, guys. And let's go ahead and bring in our crew from night. Wait, good night to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again Monday.